mission. Got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers, the mission.
Hey, yo, what's going on, gang? It's Murado Music with 3-Piece TCG, big Pirates TCG, and 2D. I'm bringing you that One Piece Christmas special, dog, featuring good old Saint Luffy himself. That's right, gang. I'm talking about some jingle bells, Absalom smells, and I don't know, Baron Tamago laid an egg. That's got to be canon, right? Well, anyways, in all seriousness, I made this list a good while ago. Okay, had a blast, but I don't know if it's because I went to play other lists, took on different strategies and different leaders, and then when I come back to this Santa Luffy, it never quite felt the same. Felt like something was amiss, right? Well, I didn't want to just put anything out. I don't mean to make you guys wait till Christmas like my parents did to me. Okay, hurt people hurt. I'm not trying to pass on the trauma though. Okay, it's just I didn't want to do it till I could do it right. Now, there's a lot of enthusiastic Santa Luffy enthusiasts, in our community. I am one of them. I just couldn't make it work at the time. This list was sent to me by Homeland. I got another one sent to me by Patochi, and I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna make it happen. All right, so I think I do got a couple games with this list. Definitely show you one of them, but I came across this one, okay, and I feel like this one is more my style, and it kind of fits what I want to do, and I feel like it solves a lot of problems that Monka de Luffy was having. Okay, now let me give the credit where it's due, since that ain't hard to do. Shout out our friend Cat 10. All right, big shout out. This list is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun with it. If you are them, what's up from 3-Piece? If you live in Japan and you know them, tell them we're out here playing the list, and they're doing a great job. All right, so let's take it over. The big thing I feel like this list is solving is just that consistency in seeing cards that restand your Dawn and deliver you to the finish. Okay, also another thing, which let me talk about these cards first, and then we'll get on to this right here. Okay, but so we've got 4, 8, 12 searchers. All right, one of which is just gonna trigger on effect, from life, which is great. It's also just going to be that one that we play out so that we can keep the counters in our hand, which is great. But anyhow, what I'm really digging is this Usopp. Okay, running 4 of this Usopp. You establish this Usopp. Sometimes I don't even swing with this Usopp because I want to keep getting that +2 Dawn at the end of my turn. Okay, we already know Sanji's hooping. We got the promo Robin. If your Straw Hat crew type character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest one of your Dawn cards instead. Them KOing, removing, bouncing, bottom decking, etc., one of your key pieces was a detriment to this list. It was so tough to get over, and now we ain't got to deal with that no more, so long as we get Robin established. Now, sometimes Robin is going to be something we play on curve and just let it rock so that they can't get rid of nothing. Sometimes Robin's going to be a 1K counter in our hand, which is not bad. Okay, you know what I mean? And even still, when she is played, they are still a great card to attack with, since they only require 1 Dawn of investment. Also, I had somebody ask me about this little Luffy. Okay, 3 for 3, 1K counter Luffy. Your turn, all your green Straw Hat crew characters with a base cost of 4 or more gain +1K power. Okay, that's great. That means 8, 10, 6. Are you kidding me? And then once per turn, if your Straw Hat type character would be KO'd by your opponent's effect, you may rest one of your characters instead. Now, this doesn't work if obviously you're on your last of 5 swings and they take a hit and they trigger into whatever, right? You could rest this one, right? Yeah, you could rest this one and save it, but if you already swung with everything, they're gonna go. You know what I mean? But typically you play this, you leave it right side up, and you go for it. Okay, so now we've got 7 different cards, okay, in this list that are going to protect us from being removed from the game, which is just absolutely insane. The new Nami, I haven't made a video talking about this overside and underboob Nami. Blocker, 1K counter, 4 for 2, but you rest up to 2 of your opponent's characters with cost of 8 or less. We're resting 2 Katakuri's. We're resting both blockers against Emu, okay? Then set up to 5. 5 of your Dawn is active at the end of this turn. You guys saw me do some things with this card in Green Purple Luffy. An amazing card, an amazing new card. Now, we know Sanji, we know Luffy. You know I've never favored this Luffy at 4. I've never ran this Luffy at 4. It just works. It works now. Now it works. It works great because you play this into this for free, and you get 2, and you get 1. You have 1 attached. Golden Pony Boy. We still do like going first. In my opinion, I still like going first because I like to see Zoro on curb. And, you know, that means 1 attached there. That means you've played this the turn before, right? Play this the turn before, 1 attached there. You play this, you get 1, you get 3. You have 1 attached, you know, with 3 Dawns restanding at the end of your turn. They're not hurting you. They're definitely not swinging into that when you've got 11K in Dawn, right? We talked about this one. It's going to trigger into a search. It's something that I like to use in favor of keeping these in my hand for counter if need be. But this is the one we really got to talk about real quick and in a hurry. We got to talk about Round Table. This isn't necessarily like a meta of this, but this is a meta. This is what's happening out here on these One Piece TCG streets. Okay. You got Divine Departure being exercised by Dofi and other leaders, but Dofi primarily is where I see a huge benefit of it. Why? Because they like to play slow and they like to be control. And then when you turn your big sideways, they're going to minus it by 8 and remove the threat for next to nothing. I mean, even if it's a 10K body, minus 8, their leader is swinging 5 into 2. All right, like that's a lot to come out of. Even if it's 12, it's a 5 into a 4, and that character card is not making it. Okay, well, from the makers of that, long before, I'm talking about OP14 before came Round Table. Now, Round Table was a card that I saw different law players use at different times. I'll never forget the first time I played. I forgot the fellow's name because they're like from Dallas or something. They were just in town for locals. It was the first set. It was the first tournament where Red Purple Luffy and Law and Kid were released. And I met them in the finals. I was able to win. But they round tabled my Newgate and they round tabled something else. And it got rid of 2 big threats. You know what I mean? It was crazy. But I was able to win it with Douglas Bullet. You know what I mean? Anyways, with this card, we go bananas because now we become a bit more of a control-y, weighted out to the deep end and drown our opponent. Because the thing is what you're not going to do against this list at this moment in time, especially when I'm running 4 of these, you're not going to take me out to the deep water, drop your bigs, swing with your bigs, and be okay. Nah, because I typically have a pretty good board established. And guess what? You play out something that's 10 or less, God forbid. Remember, in One Piece, they do go negative. That means if Zoro, a 9K body, was sideways and I, were to minus it by 10, it would be -1. So that when Nami swings 2K into -1, you guessed it, they got to give me 2 cards, not 1. They don't just give me a 2K and they're good. No, you gotta give me. Well, they're -1. So you're like, yeah, you gotta make up. It's like I'm swinging 3 over now. I'm swinging 3 over instead of 2. So if it's a 10, I'm swinging 2 over. If it's a 12, -10K, I'm swinging even into it. Okay, like this is crazy. The majority of leaders do not run Goldie Roger. Yes, we are living in a meta with Ace and Goldie Roger. Yeah, but 13 is out there. However, when you minus it by 10K and it's a 3K body, everything in the game is swinging into it. Okay, I'm over here making a big argument by how the searchers are able to swing into it. Okay, so you're 3. I'm going to swing 5 into it. Now what are you going to do? You get what I'm saying? Not to mention, if you've got any kind of board established, this card's basically being played for free, which is absolutely nuts. So, I feel like that's been a big difference maker in this list, and that's why I really want to applaud them for figuring that out. While I'm over here in the purple head sphere, but without further ado, I got some games to play for you guys. We're going to show you just how well this list can work, how well Homeland's list can work, and anything that I've made some adjustments to. It's time. It's finally time to get into these smashes, shall we? Oh crap, I forget. Big news, big news, big news, big news. Okay, so of course, if you're finding joy in our knowledge, do consider joining that three-piece Navy. Come on down, be smashing the finger popping, putting on that pressure, or big city hooping for the whole shebang. Now, gang, I appreciate you guys keeping this boat afloat, and one of our members that has been helping do so is K Design. KDesign.com. Let me show you what I'm saying. This was in my the link is in my description. Normally, 3-piece TCG gets you 25% off your entire order. Okay, I mean you get everything. But I logged in there today and I saw this. I said, "Yo, what? Yo, what? The complete year one collection binder?" And I was tripping. I was like, what do you mean year one? You ain't been doing this for 20 years, dog? The way these cards look? Year one completion, okay? 108 hollow textured cards, 10 cards never released publicly, exclusive to this binder and never sold individually, multiple designs that are now out of print, custom branded binder. Look at the binder. Individually assembled and quality checked. This is a complete archive of my first year of work presented as a single collection. Hey, this binder, now before you want to use the 3-piece TCG, this binder will not be discounted and will not be reproduced in this format once year one closes. All right, the exclusivity. All right, there's 10 exclusive cards will never be released in any other capacity. Retired designs included in this binder will remain out of print. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys right now. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. That Nami looks awesome. We plan one day, sooner than later. K Design is going to make a official card for One Piece TCG. I'm calling it. I don't care what kind of nepotism, what kind of Illuminati is in play to keep anybody else from making cards. It doesn't matter. This is going to happen one day, and this is going to be quite the collector's item. So they're barely in their first year, man. Big shout out, K Design. Love you, dog. And all the music you're hearing is from your boy. I will be releasing another album probably in January. I'll be releasing another body of work in January. So be tuned in on that. DistroKid link in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to these smashes, shall we? I'm on borrowed time. I can't stay in the sweater forever. All right, gang. The sweater already had to come off. I'm sorry. Couldn't do it. I'm recording this video on the 18th, and it is currently humid in Houston, Texas. Oh, humid Houston, Texas. Okay, but now this is, I believe this might be Homeland's list or a mix of a baby of Homeland and I's list. Okay, so we're going up against Ace, and yeah, this is probably a mix of ours right here. Going up against Ace, and we got ourselves some choices. Yeah, there we go. That Gum Giant Pistol is really good and just overpowering, overwhelming. We attach that to our Zoro. We're swinging big city swings, okay? Now we're going to get the Jewelry Bonnie out there. We're going to attach one. We're going to swing. They take the hit. We like it. We love it. Want some more of it. They got the Marco out. We're going to get one for that. We could defend or we could take. We decided to take. That's no problem to me. I like that. Another pivotal card for defense. Give me that Dead Man's Game. Gang, I just saw Dead Man's Game happen in the anime. It was way too hype. I just got out of the shower. I was putting on my creams, okay? And I saw that and I said, hey, yo, I ran downstairs and I watched that moment with my wife. It was really dope. Yeah, because I'll be watching a lot of it on my phone until the big fights happen. Then I go to the big screen. But okay, so they're rushing me down. That's 9. That's 9. You know what I'm saying? Like we're able to get out of it. They don't want to swing on Marco, and I don't blame them. We're getting there. We are just about getting there where we're gonna be in Big Zoro territory. Now, we're gonna restand 2 Dawn. Yeah, attach 1 there. We could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, play over that. And then just, there we go, swing 8. Now you got to give me 2 cards, okay? Very creative ways of putting on that pressure. Oh, yeah, the pressure. Now we're restanding 5 down. 5 down. Okay, they got that going. We've got 3 blockers, though. We've got 3. Count them. 3-piece TCG blockers. We use Luffy's ability first, and then Bonnie to go right back to 5. Kind of like a little Charleston, a little mini Charleston, okay? Now here, we could give him a blocker, right? Yeah, we give him a blocker because we want to play Zoro next turn. Then we just give him 3 Dawn right here, and we're back at it. All right, now it's on them at this juncture to have are they gonna give me the block or are they gonna give me a card? They give me a card, now I chill. Yeah, that's why you swing with your leader first in those situations, because they have to choose whether they're gonna block. If they block with Newgate, we're gonna get a card with Zoro. If they counter with Newgate, we're gonna keep our Zoro right side up. Now, at this juncture, they've got 3 blockers. Not too crazy about those 3 blockers, right? But with the way we got it set up, we should be able to go hard with Zoro. If they turn Marco sideways, that's probably going to be their butt cheeks. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's their butt, okay? We're going to give up a blocker, okay? The problem is if we do the Charleston, then we don't have any other cards to, you know what I'm saying? So we might just have to take there. We get a second one. Okay. Okay. Are we going to Shanks it out? We Shanks it out. We Shanks it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We Shanks it out. All right. So I think we swing 6 with our leader, and then we just put the rest on Zoro and kind of keep it moving. Zoro is going to rest 3 Dawn for us, which is going to be pretty helpful when we do our Charleston. It's going to help give us some value on that Charleston. So I'm thinking that we beat him up with Zoro this one turn, right? And then the next turn, if we can survive, which we got a blocker, we got some counter, we should be able to do some things. So we're going to swing even 12s at them, okay? They take that hit and they give us the guard. Okay, cool. Swinging 13 at him this time. Okay. Oh, what was that about? Why would you do that? That's weird. Why would you do that? Okay. So we've got a blocker. We're gonna have we're gonna have 4 Dawn active after they attack with Bonnie. If these are their only 2 blockers, and it looks like they will be, they're done. They're cooked. This game is over. Yeah. Okay, so we can give them one of our como se dices. Okay. I was gonna say, oh, they don't attack there. Yeah, so now this makes it even easier for us to pay that tax, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then we can attach 1 Dawn to we can play that card. We can play that card. Yeah, we can still play that. We're gonna swing 12. Yeah, that's it. Man, I got lost in the sauce my daggum self. So what we were gonna do is swing 12, right? And we had to get rid of 2 cards. Any 2 cards, really. We can get rid of this one, okay? Cool. Because we have 2, 4, 6, 7. So that means we could swing once and then 2 more times. Unless, I believe you got to pay the tax each time you swing. But anyways, 12 was going to cost them, that's 8, 9, 8. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to get out of 1. Okay, leader ability is already used. Then the next one we swing with Zoro, they're already done. And we were absolutely going to use this to go up 6K. So go figure. But yeah, so that's how this list was working. A lot of fun. really cool, as you can see, hanging and banging with the best of them, okay? But let's get into this other one. All right, gang, so this is sometime later, and we're going up against the Boa Hancock, okay? We got us a little domestic dispute. Now, it looks like I decided to go first, and I kept that opening hand. I'm not mad at that opening hand. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to play out Nico Robin raw, okay? Why? Because we love having the anti-removal. That's what's really going to help us out here. Now, because of that, I'm gonna take some hits. I'm gonna take some hits out here. But we got to build up our stuff. I grab another Nico Robin. That must have been a mistake. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was a little bit of the mistake. I should have definitely grabbed that Sanji 2K. Doesn't matter. They putting me anyways, and it actually helps me out. We could give him an Usopp. Yeah, we need to counter out of something. Okay, we give him that. Maybe we didn't have to give him Usopp. Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. We didn't know that at the time. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And we don't have our. Give me 1 second. Actually, give me 1 second. Yeah, I didn't notice this, but it's missing this Nami, and I say missing this Nami because I feel like this Nami is a really good card. And we might be throwing that one back in. Well, that might be one of our changes we make to this list for sure. But anyways, let's get back to our match here. So we're doing a search with our event right here, okay? And we grab our Zoro back, okay? So Zoro's back. And remember, against the Coochie Pirates, we are not concerned about cards that are left sideways. That is a dead man's game. That is a true dead man's game. You do not want to be caught swinging into these characters. Now, they wanted to remove something. Frankly, I should have absolutely allowed them to remove or put a 1K body back in my turn. Put this searcher back in my hand is what I mean to say. Please put that searcher back in my hand. Like, that's what I should have absolutely allowed. But anyhow. So, because we don't have that Robin, because we don't have that Nami, we're in a bit of a weird space, okay? But everything's going to work out from here on forward. As long as I can survive these next couple of turns, we're going to be A-okay. I'm restanding 4 horsemen Dawn each turn just from Sanji's and Usopp's alone, okay? That means when I play out Zoro for 9 and I have 1 available to attach to my leader, I will be able to play out Zoro and then be able to still restand 4 Dawn, and that is what we need to be on. Bars, okay? That's why this list is working so well. It just wasn't the same if I play Sanji and I restand 1 and I play out, what's her name? Lil Bonnie and restand 1. It just wasn't hitting the same. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and do the Charleston. Okay, do the Charleston. And I get rid of Zoro. Now, why do I get rid of Zoro? Because I'm not seeing any blockers on the field, right? Ooh. I would take, because I can play Nami and rest that Boa Hancock. So yeah, I'm seeing blockers on the field, but what I mean is that if I get rid of that blocker, I have so much board to swing back, they may not be able to take that crack back. They may not be able to. Now I'm over here thinking that I had a little bit of a Horny Jones action, and I don't, unfortunately. So here I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. 7s across the board, please. Okay, there we go. Swing 7. Now, I would have normally liked to swing 7 with no Dawn investment first. That's what I would like to do. 7 with no Dawn investment first. They're going to do an event so that I can't attack. That's fine with me, I guess. I'm going to have to... We want to get him out of here. We want to get him down to 0 life. And we're not comfortable going below 5. What I forget is that Nami was going to restand 5 either way. So, you know... but, you know, I would have only had 4. I would have only had 4 Dawn. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and give him 1. You know, this is easy stuff. This is easy work right here. Okay, cool. You're going to do 6s, by all means. They don't have their Boa Hancock, the 2K that's established that, you know, you show 3 and then everybody gets +1. So this is a little, you know, it's suboptimal for them, just like we like it for them, right? We're going to get rid of our blocker. And let's see what they want to do with these last two. Last two swings for them. Okay. 7. Plus 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. So we'll go ahead and take there. We draw into a dagger of a Nami. Oh my gosh, that Nami's a dagger. Yeah, dagger mommy Nami. Okay. So I doubt they can hang with this. I doubt they can do anything about this. Again, I'm investing Dawn before this. I would rather swing with Sanji's first. Swing with Sanji's first. Okay, so they're going to do that. How many of these can they possibly have? If they got too many more of these, I was going to say we are going to be in trouble. But they run out of tricks before it is time. And they're going to go ahead. They've got no. Well, they got a 1K counter. They got a 1K counter. But what we were going to have to do at that point, I could do 9, right? I could just flat out do 9. But if you have 3 up, that's a little tough. That was going to be tough. I think it would have behooved me to maybe attach 1 here, swing just to get a card out of their hand, and then, you know, I don't know, man. Attach. I'm getting 5 this turn, so then attach another. So that'd be 1, maybe attach 3, and then see. But I mean, it could have very well went the other way. Luckily, we were able to do what we needed to do for the most part, and they didn't see that card. I don't know, but let's keep it moving. That was a good game. All right, gang. Now we're going up against the what's the Crocodilio. All right. They chose to go second, so they're gonna see all their stuff on curb. We don't like that hand, so we shuffle it in. I am liking this one though, because I'm going first, which we do not mind doing. Draw me a Zoro, please. Please give me a Zoro. Yeah. So the Nico Robin in this match, Crocodile cannot remove cards with their cards. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. So Nico Robin's just a 1K counter. That means we're just trying to get our agenda accomplished. All right. Now, them going second means that they see their big on curb, right? And that's fine. That's grand. Grab a Sanji, please. Yeah, because we're only going to see 2 more. But the thing is that means we drop our Zoro the turn after them. When we drop our Zoro the turn after them, that means they have to see. They can still keep Zoro from attacking with that Croc that's already been played. However, it's not going to do that thing where this Zoro can't attack and this guy can't attack. You know, you got to play a fresh one. So they'll have to see a second one, and or they'll have to hold on to the one they have instead of playing it on curb and actually waiting for a good target in Zoro / whatever else is on the field. Now, they just drew their Crocodile from the trash, so we know to expect it at this point. I've been doing that dance really well so far. As you can see, I still got 4 life. So what I mean is that I'm developing and I'm keeping Dawn active so that, you know, everything is still copacetic for me. I'm not having to take life and I'm not having to give them cards. This will probably be the first time I'm going to give a card. I'm going to give them a 2K. And then if they want to swing 7 into 4, I'm going to go up with 2 Dawn. There we go. Oh, they want to hang on to 1? By all means, please do. So we get out of that again. All right, you see what I'm talking about? We just keep getting out of it. Yeah, I like that play. I like that play into Lil Loof. I like that play into my Lil Loof. Yeah, get him out there. Now we're swinging extra. Extra. But the caveat is I'll only have 2. So we're going to swing 6 into 6. Instead of giving them any more cards, we're going to swing 6 into 6 and see if we can get that off the board. Because if that's off the board, I feel a lot more comfortable with Sanji being sideways and having 2 Dawn, which would represent him going to 11. Versus Sanji being at 5, you put Miss Wednesday again, and then he goes down to 4 again. We don't want, or 7 and then goes to 4. Yeah. Okay, now you're going to have to give me 2 cards. So that's 3 cards from their hand at this point, if they want to keep it alive. They give me 3 cards, so that's 4 cards out of their hand. Okay, that means to me that they don't have 2Ks, and that doesn't really matter because they drop Miss All Sunday immediately. All right, Miss All Sunday. You mean Robin? Spoiler alert. Okay, so here we're gonna go ahead and do the Charleston. All right. We do the Charleston because I think we need to keep him alive. Yeah. Do the Charleston. Get rid of Monk and Aloof. Yeah. Now we've got that much more to protect. There we go. And then we're right back in that same space. You swing 7 and I'm going to put 2 more 2Ks. You know what I'm saying? There we go. That's that dance of life, okay? That's how we get down. Now you're talking to me, baby. That I like. 8 into 6. Loving that. I wonder if they got to give it to me, right? They don't want these cards off the board. Give it to me. Okay. I'm going to rest that one. Okay. And at this point, I'm going to have all of my Dawn reset. Please swing everything into that card. Thank you. Thank you. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Okay. There we go. Restored all the Dawn I possibly could from the makers of keeping Sanji alive with 2 Dawn active, come keeping Sanji alive with 4 Dawn active and a blocker. Yeah, you're not going to hurt Luffy or Sanji, okay? Billy Eyelash Sanji will remain intact for the foreseeable future. Now, this is the best threat we've given them thus far, the best 2, and that's what they're going to be able to get rid of. They are so low in cards right now. This is not where Croc wants to be, ever. Even in case of a fire, even if there's an emergency, never want to be this low. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to develop Zoro and or Sanji, or another Sanji, or another Sanji. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Give me 10, swing there, get another threat off the board. All right. Now you can't swing into anybody but my life, which I'm okay with. Here comes Miss All Sunday. It is getting funky. It is getting funky. Now, they don't put a searcher out. They don't put a searcher out. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so they're still trying to get rid of it. Yeah, we do that. Okay, okay. Now, the next one, we're going to have to spin a Charleston if we want to keep him alive. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I would give him the Charleston, get rid of Zoro up front. That wasn't the move. That wasn't the move at all. That was a mistake on my part. Absolute mistake. Absolute tomfoolery. Oh my God, I lost that for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Oh boy. So just to be clear real quick, because I'm going to move on and never look at that play again. So what should have happened here is I should have Charlestoned, right? And then I would have gone up by 4 to 8. Would have got rid of Zoro, and I would have restood 3 Dawn. Okay? That means I could go to 10. Now, you're saying, well, that wouldn't protect me from Crocodile Swing. Right. Nami would have protected me. And then I would have 7, 7, 7 again on my next turn. So the fact that we did not do that at all really chaps my buns. Okay? So anyways, here we are. It's my turn. We're going to go ahead and give 9 to 5 and see if they got it. They don't. Okay, we're going to give another 9 to 5. See if they got it. See if they got it. They don't. Okay, I'm at 10. I got 8 Dawn left to work with. We're going to search something out. Okay. Grab that. Yeah, grab that God Zap. That God Zap. All right. I'm going to go ahead and load up on Dawn here and swing another 8 into face. Okay. They give me 2 2Ks. I'm restanding 3. I do have a Charleston ready. You know what I'm saying? So I am representing technically 6. You know what I'm saying? So swinging there. I don't mind taking that one. I can give them 1. There we go. I give them 1. Now we can take. Oh. No, we got a Charleston out of that. Yeah, I think we should Charleston out of that. Yeah, now you want to do it. Now you want to do it. Now you know how to play the game all of a sudden. They could still very well get rid of that card. Oh, well, we'll take that. That's no problem. My question is, are they going to play another Crocodilio? We're not taking anything off of that. They got another Croc. Man, that's such a good card. I love that card. I love it, Daddy Pim. I love it, Daddy Pim. Um, okay. So we've got an easy 9 there. No Dawn active. We technically got 3 more swings if we really want to build them up, but we're not going to. 12 to 5, and that's going to clinch it. We did 9 right there, okay? 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have to imagine that they just didn't have enough. And if they did, yeah, I don't think they had it. I don't think they must have drew into that card. If they would have given me 3 cards, 7, 8, 9, and then that, right? Then all I would have had to do was swing 5 to get that last life and then load up here. And that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that would definitely be game. Or I could have done 5. I could have done 6 and then 6. I could have swung 6 twice. And either way, we would have got it. Mathing them out. The absolute win. Anyways, great game. Showing you a little bit more of that power, even though I blundered it up. All right, gang. We're keeping it canon, okay? Coming into this one, they chose to go first, I guess, throw us off our curb or what have you. I don't know. We kind of don't mind. We kind of don't mind. But anyways, they look at the top 3 of theirs, and they reveal an OP14 Absalom smells, okay? Yeah, that Absalom's got to smell, because when you think about, like, putting roadkill on a dead body, I mean, those 2 things don't typically smell great in my experience. But so they're playing a Hilden, which I think is a little odd, right? But trashing 2, okay, I could see it, you know. Then give up 20. Okay, I don't see the -1, but they're putting cards in their trash. Okay. Now I've been doing that dance again so well where I don't have to give any cards up, right? Now here, I can go ahead and take. Oh, we get a big city search. We could get a Nami. Oh, we go a little Luffy. Okay, I didn't have the little Luffy yet. And unfortunately, I don't have any Dawn attached, but that's okay. I feel like Usopp was a great investment. Here we go again. Yeah. As much as I would love to put Lil Luffy on there, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that swing. We're going to swing those 2 right there. And then guess what? I'm going to have 3-piece TCG Dawn sexually active to protect my Usopp. Now, I think here I can give them a Luffy, yeah, because in case they want to swing big, they're going to have to swing over an 11. Over 11 to get over that. They're going to have to swing 12. They're going to have to swing 12. And what are they at right now? That's 8. They're going to have to give all of their Dawn to get rid of Usopp. And even still, that's 11, and then I would still get out of that. And then that would just be devastating. Be devastating for them. I love that Perona. I might need to play this deck. All right, so they're going to cheat out the Gecko Moria. That's a free block. And that is the true value in this leader. We still don't have half as many cards almost as Gecko Moria, but we don't need to touch our hand. We don't need to touch our hand the entirety of this game. Now we're at 8. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think we need to get Usopp out here. We're going to get Robin? Okay, we're worried about... Oh, that's right, because they do have some... You know, it's yellow. They could have some triggers. Okay. You don't want to feel triggered. Okay. So we're going to swing 6 into 5. See what we can get. They are getting low in life. They do have the ability to get rid of some cards in their hand and then, you know, restand. Check this out. I'm not even going to swing with Usopp. Not even going to swing with Usopp. It's not even worth it to me. I don't need it like that. I don't need it like that. What I see with my observation hockey is that they're gonna heal themselves either way. They're gonna heal themselves either way. That's a foregone conclusion. But if I want to set up my Zoro play properly, I gotta keep Homeboy alive. And taking 9s, that's a lot. That's a lot. See, here we are. So now that can't attack. Cool. Guess what I can do? Look what I can do. All right, I'm going to swing 6 at the face. And then we're just going to keep it moving. This will be the second turn in a row I don't swing with Usopp. Ask me why. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you why right now. No, don't do it, please. Oh. Okay. What I was trying to say is that, oh, they're going for game. If we keep Usopp up and they can't swing into Usopp, this round table is going to net cost 1. That's it. And we will get rid of this Gecko Moria. I promise you that, Jack. I promise you that. So they got to decide, are they going for game or not? Okay, they're going for Goosop. I was gonna say Godsop, Goosop, Goose Fraba. All right, 9 there. Give a sop, save a sop. You know what I mean? Sop story. We give that up. Yeah. Okay. So now, if you want to swing with that, you're going 11 and a 5. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. That's not a good trade. We're not happy with that trade. What we are happy with, though, is getting rid of these bigs on the board. I think we can get rid of all the... Ooh, hang on. Hang on. I don't like them apples at all. I don't like them apples at all, Jack. Yeah, that was... I think we should have got rid of what's on the board first. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that. Our senses have come back to us. I'm going to get rid of that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Going to go ahead and swing there. Can't do anything. Okay. Stand up. Swing again. All right. I'm a little concerned. I'm still a little concerned about that Boa Hancock, because they could cock that Boa back and swing all the way into our Zoro. Now, if they did that, they wouldn't develop anything meaningful, because we can go to 6, and they know that. So we can go to 15, so they'd have to give 6 Dawn and only have 4 Dawn left to develop with. So that's what, again, is so powerful about this leader. We take, they get us down to 0. This game is just about over. Yeah. Not too crazy about this one now, gang. What are we doing? Okay, that was a bad swing. I should have just swung 5 there. Now homeboy can't attack. Swinging 5 there. Okay, what else can happen? What else can happen? Okay, I'm going to swing 9. You can't do anything. You play out a blocker. I've got unblockable. What else can you do, sir? What else can happen? What else? No more buffoonery. 13 to 5. 1 card in hand. Yo, did we get out of there by the skin of our teeth or nah? Yo, is that why them sweaty players be having that stank breath? Because they get out by the skin of their teeth, and you gotta spend some days off of. You gotta take some days off of flossing. You gotta take some days off of brushing if you want some skin on your teeth. Okay, these guys making it by the skin of their teeth. I brushed my teeth today, and this still happened. Good for me. And I flossed. If you don't floss, your breath's gonna stink no matter how much you brush your teeth. All right, you heard it here from 3-Piece TCG. Nobody in the Navy needs to have stank breath. All right, gang. Now we got us a little bit of that BB theory. All right. Does anybody know why Vivi Theory's name is Vivi Theory? I need to ask him. I need to reach out and ask him. Where'd you get Vivi Theory from? Okay, we got a Monk of the Aloof. Okay, 2 searches. You know, they're going to get a free swing at us. And we take. Okay. You know, we're not doing the dance. We're not doing the dance right now. Not doing the dance. Okay, so I'm going to swing 5 there. And am I going to search again afterwards? You might as well search. There was no point in leaving a Dawn up. No point in leaving the Dawn up. Yeah, we're definitely taking it here. Oh yeah, we're taking the hits. Nothing but the hits. Yeah, dude. I could have searched top 5, yo. I could have got me a Sanji out. I could have been a somebody. There, that's the Sanji you could have played this turn, though. If you're not going to activate Luffy's leader ability, search. Search Henrietta. Search like the wind, okay? Like, get it all together. You're gonna karate yes, karate no, karate maybe. Okay, learn it from Mr. Miyagi. Am I the only one watching Karate Kid over here? What's going on? We can give him a 1K. We can give him a search. Yeah, we kind of searched out. We know what we got everything we want. We even got 2 round tables for crying out loud. Giving him a little loof, okay. Okay, now we're gonna get out of that for free. All right, feeling good, looking good, feeling good. Let's do it. If I get Sanji out there, mathematically I can play Usopp now, right? And let's swing first. Let's swing first, please. I feel comfortable. Whatever, man. Don't ever listen to future me. 6 into 5. All right. If we swing that 5 with Usopp, that 5 is gone. Okay, Usopp will not make it out that next turn. We got to protect Godsop. Okay, I just found out the episode I'm watching, or one of the episodes I watched yesterday. Spoiler alert. Nami says, you got a beautiful woman and her older friend, blah, blah, blah. And Usopp's like, I'm 19. I said, yo, Usopp is the true Sop, okay? Let me tell you why. My dog is fighting unholy wars, hordes of demon, crazy high level, galactic level strength opponents. And he's just a 19-year-old kid, dog. No superpowers. Shooting piranha plants at people with a slingshot, okay? Like, get out of here. 10 to 5? Did I just take my last life? Oh my gosh. They got 3 life. We got no life. We do got a blocker. We're going to have to put some on them now. They got no blockers up. We've got to put some damage on the board. We've also got to develop. We got to get this. I know I'm getting this Nami out there. The real question is, oh, we're going Robin route. I was going to say the real question is, am I getting Luffy and Nami out there or just Nami? You see what I'm saying? Luffy and Nami or just Nami? We do have a Charleston, which is good news bears for us. Okay, we're going to get rid of threats, it looks like. Okay. Okay, we're going to get rid of threats because they've been swinging with that thing. And this is more of an Alabasta build, too. I haven't seen any super bigs come out just yet. We could play Luffy. We're not going to, though. I was going to say, we could play Luffy for free right now. Yeah, give me the Robin. Okay, I think we got to play Nami now. Yeah, okay. Turn that sideways. Go ahead and swing 7 with your leader. Where are we swinging 7 into, though? Get rid of that blocker. Okay, we got rid of the blocker. Now we got everybody wanting us to restand to some Dawn. Hang on, gang. Okay, we got to make sure it's 5, not 6. If it's 6 Dawn, congratulations, you played yourself. Now they're doing the real Alabasta right here. The real Alabasta. And they got us against the ropes. Roping the doping, okay? Now this Zoro is going to have a rush. I'm not too #concerned about them developing that Zoro. I was more concerned about them having some kind of a blockable, having some kind of big body rush that they could just swing a billion times and not have to whatever. But here's what's going to happen. I've got to take my Dawn down to 2, and then I Charleston, okay? I don't care about losing that card. I am not too crazy about losing that card. It's okay. Please let that go. Yeah, because if they want to spend more Dawn to now get rid of my Nami without Robin's effect proccing and saving it, that's fine. That's fine. Now, I would rather get rid of Nami and keep my swing because I'm going to need all of my swings. Are we going to let that go? I was going to say, no way. Now, if they want to turn their blocker sideways, be my guest. Okay. Wow. Got a bit of a puzzle to solve here. Okay. We got that. We ain't got a blocker this time, gang. We ain't got no blocker. What I'm sniping out is I'm going to swing 7 with my leader. I'm going to see if Godsop can get him down to 0 or if they're going to block and they block. Dang it. All right. I got 6. Yeah, okay. I know I'm going to end up with 5. I can attach 1 to Godsap, swing another 7, swing it where? Certainly not at Zoro, because they're just going to replace themselves, right? See if we can get them down to 0. We get them down to 0, we survive, we win. How would we survive? I want to say I don't know. Nah, seriously, we got 10K and our leader. And then we've got another 6K that'll bring Brack around, right? 10 plus 6, the 16. They're actually so concerned. Hang on, let's pause real quick. If they go 18, we've got 7, 9, 11. Play this. It's 11. That goes to 15 and gives us 3 more. They're swinging 18, right? 15. And then we give them 17, 19. Now we have 1 up and we have a 2K. Okay? Now we got 1 Dawn and a 2K. 1 Dawn and a 2K. They got 3 swings. So then they would swing here. We would give them a Dawn. They would swing again. We'd give them this. And we would still have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in hand. Actually, no, we'd have 3 cards in hand. And I think that's what got them a little bothered, is the amount of cards we have in our hand. But I think that was the way to go. Because you're 0 life. You got to know you can't hang and bang anymore. Matter of fact, they could probably still threaten. They're definitely still threatening lethal. They're choosing the buffoonery, dog. I let it go, huh? I let that one go, huh? Now at this point, okay, another blocker. Yeah, they completely threw this one. And I'm, you know, surely no fault of their own. And I let so many cards go because I didn't give up any Dawn. But, you know, they just didn't have that. You got to have that 6th sense. You got to have that conqueror's hockey. You got to be ready to turn it upside down on them. See, you give me that same opportunity. Well played. GG's to you, sir, boss. GG's to you, sir, boss. As well. Oh, they got right out of there. Yeah. You gotta have that killer instinct. You gotta have that killer instinct. You gotta have that observation, that conqueror's hockey. You gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready to go for it. That was their turn to win. They would have won by 1 attack. But yeah. Anyways, let's keep moving. That's close, man. That's close. After that one, we find ourselves a Doflamingo. Okay. They choose to go second. Okay, get that bag. We're passing up 2 Charlestons, unfortunately. We grab a Luffy over a Godsap, huh? Well, I guess I want those hits to hurt. You know what I mean? Now, they don't see a Dillinger in their opening hand, but they do get the search. So, you know, my thing is I have no qualms about swinging into Sugar. I'm not giving them an extra free search. They're not going to use their ability to -1 Dawn, right? This is that dance we do early game. Helps protect us, helps keeps us going. They got that Heal of Life Baby 5 that also ramps them. That's a great find for them. Yeah, we're definitely going to go ahead and swing, though. Because if they want to use Baby 5 now, be my guest, frankly. We're going to grab our 2nd Zoro. Are we going to end the turn? No, swing, yeah. So I don't mind swinging into Baby 5. I don't mind swinging into Baby 5 if that's what you want to do, okay? Dude, now we still paid for that. Normal Beam gave him a ramp. They're already at 8. Gang, they got 7 cards in hand. They're at 8 Dawn. They play their Doflamingo. I mean, yo, could it go any better for them right now? You know what I mean? I think give me the Godsap, actually. Please. I want you to produce me a Godsap. You get the Robin, what are they gonna do with that? They got 10 drop, but that's not gonna do anything. Okay. I'm seeing if they want to minus a Dawn here. Again, the Baby 5, You know, like, okay, let's see. Let's see. I do got 2 7 swings. I do got 2 swings. I got 2 swings, and I'm gonna have 11k in Dawn for counter. So I'm swinging first. If they use their leader's ability, then I'm not going to. Well, if they don't use leader's ability, then I'm not going to swing with Sanji. If they use leader's ability, I will swing with Sanji. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, so they go ahead and take no leader's ability. I'm not going to turn my character card sideways. With this leader, that's how you want to swing. That's how you want to attack, okay? This is how you beat Dofi. Because if you go ahead and swing with your character cards, you know, then they do their thing, and then the next time you swing, well, now they use their leader's ability, they got all the value, you got no value, and they get to swing into your card. They love cracking back, swinging into the cards. Okay, they got another doflamingo, 8-drop, but they can't play it till next turn. Good for us. So we're gonna give them 1 and 1. With this next swing, we can just counter out, yeah, and then take the 9. Okay, that's fine. Bars. Look what we got, gang. We're gonna do to them what they love to do to everybody else. Everybody else. There we go. There we go. 6 to -1, dog. Sorry, squeeze me baking powder. Now, they can absolutely use their leader's ability, and they don't. They don't. They did not earlier, correct? We're going to swing until they use their leader's ability. Now we don't need to swing anymore. We don't need to swing anymore because they did not use their leader's ability. So, yeah, I don't know what kind of bait and switch they're doing with us. Oh, yeah. I said, hey, nice tech. Nice technician. Nice tech. I like that. I like that. This is really going to throw off our offense as well, because now they're a 7k body out of nowhere for no reason. That's the first time I've seen Goldie Roger. Get that bag. He's got the first Goldie Roger I've seen, and doflamingo. Oh, well, they can't swing with nobody else. It doesn't matter. All right. So here's the score. They can play 10-drop Dofi next turn, right? But that's going to... Now we swing 7 there. I wish we would have swung 7 into the Virgo instead. Yeah. So what that's going to do is that's going to make it... Wait, will I be able to afford him now? They just minused again. Yeah, I don't know. I think they threw off their 10-drop. Okay. We're going to restand 2 Dawn. And they are at 10 still. Okay. So now they can drop their 10-drop Dofi. And when they do, it's funny, dude. I dropped some water on these warm-ups somewhere, and they just got big, like globs. Looks like I'm up here being really happy on this computer. But anyways, so they can drop that Dofi, and they can freeze our whole suite of 7k attackers there, both Sanjis and Luffy. However, we do still have our How Ro Can Zoro, all right? And that's representing 3 swings. If you're going to bust up this Dofi, it's got to be with the same way, the same intensity you saw me do it with Green Purple Luffy. And that is with swing, 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 okay? All the swings. And they better be 7s. I'm going to give 2 there to go to 11. Keep my guy alive. It's tough because they can absolutely do some damage to me still. Now, Dofi, in my experience, isn't known for running too many problematic blockers, okay? So I don't mind giving the 2 and the 1 to keep that alive. Well, that card in particular can go. But the... No. You should have protected that, I think. I think we should have protected that because you couldn't swing into the Sanjis anyhow. We weren't going to get it for a couple turns, so I guess whatever. My question is, what are we about to top deck in? Oh. We're doing it again. Giving them a dose of their own medicine. Bars. You guys saw the last time we went up against Dofi. And they had Divine Departure, and they're bringing Divine Departure out of trash. Yo. Okay, so I say thinking. Forgive me. And then as soon as I say that, I'm done thinking. All right. Let's swing 9. See what they want to do. 9 is a great number. 9's a great number to attack with. Okay. Let's go ahead. I think we should go ahead and round table. I really think we should round table now. Yeah. Okay. Let's get that off the board. If you want to move that somewhere else to anything else, that's fine. I'm gonna get that off the board. I'm gonna get that off the board no matter what. The only question here in any of this is, will I continue to go for face, or will I eventually pivot and go into Virgo? Now here, they go down to 0. You gotta know that you gotta use that baby 5. I don't think they got greedy. They got greedy. They thought I was gonna swing again, so that what, you can Divine Departure my Zoro and swing at him with anything, swing at him with baby 5, and I have to give you 2K? No sirree, Bob. No way, Jose. So now, next turn, you can't play a doflamingo. Okay, you do got a lot of, they do still have a lot of like event cards. I'm over here looking too. I'm like, they really didn't use their ability. All right, they didn't want to use their ability. Big city mistake. I understand why, because they wanted to get that last attack. They wanted to, they wanted to entice me into swinging again. But like our parents used to say, we've been around the block. We've been around the block. Okay. Here, I'm liking that. Yeah, I like that move. And look, they don't even swing with their Dofi. They don't even swing with their Dofi because they know we're gonna get rid of it. Which makes me wonder, like, what exactly are you doing? What exactly? They didn't swing with Virgo either. We just broke them down mentally, it seems. Now we've got 2 life, all the Dawn up, and a Nami blocker we're about to throw out there too, no less. We can go another round, no problem. If I were them, this would be the one that I use baby 5 on. Okay. You gotta use baby 5 eventually, dog. You got to, Mugatu. What are you doing? What was that? Oh, I know. Okay. They make it out. Now, them not swinging with Virgo was big city buffoonery, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and swing there. Get rid of that. I'm going to restand 5 Dawn. I got a blocker. So, I mean, even if you want a Divine Departure, I could goon out and protect him. But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is it. I feel like after this round, we got it. I think it's all in the bag after this. All in the bag. I got one more for you guys after this one. Oh, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, well, why didn't they? Oh, what? And they do have the blocker. I like it when I hear my wife sing. But yeah, okay, so we had another round table. We had them scared, dog. Like, they didn't want to swing because of what we were going to do. These guys are upright for a reason here. We got rid of them. Got them down to 0. What did they do this turn? They swung 9. They didn't want to swing 7. They didn't want to do nothing else. You could have swung 7. You could have swung 10. But then, bars, we just clear that board. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes you got to pick your poison. Let's get it right, gang. Going up against the Dracule Mihawk. All right, we just made the list on this, guys. So we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Grab the Usopp. Yeah. Uso Hachi me oh so horny. Okay. 1-1. That's a great start. That's a great looking start for Mohawk on that end. We know they love to see that. They're happy campers right now. Okay. So now they're gonna go ahead and, man, they're seeing all. How come they see all their coffin boats? You guys saw how many? At least 3 games, or 2 games. I had no coffin boats. They got all the coffin boats. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get 2 out. We can swing 7 because, like I tell you guys, the whole reason I made that video I put out the other day, Wednesday, is because an empathetic player is the most lethal player. Okay. Oh, I forget they could do that. Never mind. Never mind. I was like, oh, they're going to develop 5, and then I got 1 for... Okay, well, they got 9. They got 9. Okay. But still, that doesn't change my point. An empathetic player is the most lethal player. I can go ahead and swing 6. Then I can swing 7. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and develop Uso Hachi me so horny. There we go. Now we got 3 Dawn active, tough active, 10 active. All right. Okay. We want to keep them alive if we can. I would like to keep for the record. I would like to keep young Godsap alive if I can. Oh, by any means necessary. It looks like by any means necessary. We got rid of that searcher. We said we don't need to search no more, Jack. There we go. Now look what we got right here, just waiting on us, hot, fresh, and ready. Go ahead and play out that round table. Oh, Knights of the Round Table. There we go. And I'm like, oh, wait, but she can't swing into it because she got, wait up, man. Just swing into that. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. You'd have to give me a 2K and a 1K. Get him out of here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and swing into everything now. I think we need to go ahead and give him some big buckets. Big buckets. Okay. Okay, give him 1 more. If you're not taking 2 hits, this Luffy gets full value. All right, they give me a 1K event, is what it is. I'm going to restand 4 Dawn. 4 Horsemen Dawn, okay? You're not hurting my board. You might get rid of Usopp. They might get rid of Usopp. Freezing our double attack Luffy, okay? No, we get out of that. We get out of that all day. Yeah, thank you. That is easy to do. Yep, that's just 1 more friendly target. There we go. All right, 2 there. Can't do nothing about that. You know what? Give a sop, save a sop. Still on it, baby. Oh, yeah. Here, what can I say about here? Oh, Knights of the Round Table. Dang it. And we got rid of Garp earlier. If that would, no, Garp would have only searched top 4, so I wouldn't have seen it. You gotta know. You gotta know. Okay, so I got that. And unfortunately, I grabbed my Zoro now, but that's a little late for the Zoro. I'm thinking about playing out, frankly, I'm thinking about playing out Frankie. Hear me out. If I play out Frankie and they use an event, that means Glow Godsap goes hard in the paint as well. Now, I would like to... What are you doing? What are you... Oh, it's because, yeah, there's no point in switching it up like that. Now, Godsap will get a swing. Yeah. Okay. So the reason why I did it like that is because I needed that swing to touch. I needed that swing to touch no matter what. And then if they use an ability, then Usopp can swing for free. Versus doing a weird thing where I barely touch them once with each. They go ahead and concede. And let's see if we can figure out why. Now, we had a Sanji. That's a 2K. Charleston was going to be amazing. And then we had, I'll see you in 2 years, time skip. So they had 1, 2, 3 big body swings. They had enough to play Mihawk. But what I'm not seeing here is a blocker. All right. Now, we would have had no choice but to take the first hit. Have a 2K. we would have had no choice but to take the second hit. Have a Charleston. The Charleston would have gotten us out of a attack. You know what I mean? For sure. Well, if we would have taken this hit, that sucks. If we would have taken this hit, that sucks. We would have definitely taken that hit. Okay. And then but the thing is, they're loading up Dom this entire time. They're probably swinging 7, right? They're probably going to swing 7. We take. They're going to swing maybe 9. So it's 3 Dawn down. We take, and that gets us into Charleston range. And then that means they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then if they swing 11, we still take, right? And then they put the last to swing on 8. Or if they did the 8 first, then we would have Charlestoned, and then we would have had enough to get out of the Mohawk. You get what I'm saying? If they didn't swing 9, if they would have swung 8, I think the math would have been, we would have still gotten out of it because we had a Sanji in hand, so we would have Charleston plus Sanji. So we had it either way. Math out, we had it either way. But yeah, man, get in the deep water, drown them, surround and drown. It kind of makes me wonder if this playing Frankie was worth it, because they were already at 0, and then what did they give me anyways? They did have to give me a 3K. But the thing is that if I played out, like let's say I played out Luffy. If I would have played out Luffy, I would have had that 2K in my hand, that 2K in my hand, and I would have had 4 Dawn active, which means I would have had, the rest of this active to swing with Usopp, and I would have probably gotten the same result. So, yeah. Anyways, let's take it over to the gist of the list. Well, there you have it, gang. All right. The gangarang. All right. We've got ourselves our Santa Luffy just in time. I'll be home for Christmas. Now, this should be dropping sometime, and these OP14 cards are where it's at in the promo. We're supposed to, Homeland let me know, we're supposed to be getting caught up starting January. I always heard that the first time we're synced up is April 26th, okay? 2026 is what I mean. So I heard from my birthday, we're getting synced up. But I believe that what we both mean is I believe that Homeland is saying that they're doing everything they can to start catching us up so that on April 26 of 26, we will all receive 15 at the same time. Very excited about that prospect. Very excited about that prospect. So, yeah, I think that's great. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also calling right now. It is December 18th, and I have been calling this for some time. Actually, I've been calling it since the announcement last year, or at the beginning of whatever, in April or whatever. What, at the beginning of this year? I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I've been calling that they are going to release an online client for this game. It will be gooder than their Dragon Ball client. It's not going to be intended to make, games last forever. I think they've learned from that. I think they might have a bit of a better pull rates, but as of right now, if they were to release this game online, the amount of players that we would begin to see get into it would, I think, easily double, if not more. You got to understand that it would put the game in so many people's hands that just don't go out to stores. I used to be one of them. And so I think that would be the next move. There's almost no reason to sync us up outside of comfortability in tournaments. If you've been to a Bandai tournament, it doesn't seem like players' comfort is in the paramount of their focus. Okay, that's not a hating, that's an observation. Okay, I ain't hating, I'm observating. It doesn't seem like the comfort of players is at all in their focus. So it must be for a financial reason, and a great financial reason I could see is me buying a bunch of boosters of Romance Dawn, OP01, you know what I mean, to get it going and everything else, ripping packs digitally online with the gang. So, and I really hope when they do that, that they're going to have our guy who made this up, my Batsu, I really hope they're going to have them available and working in it, because I do feel like 60-70% of this game's legs is literally coming from this sim made by my Batsu. So yeah, you know, because we're seeing how much Riftbound is doing, and Riftbound is doing really well. Got a great IP as well. No online support, but it's still existing in different areas, and I guess as this one would too, if it didn't have a dedicated sim just for it. But anyhow, yo, I got hijacked earlier and I completely forgot, but yeah, if you want to pick up this leader, where are we at? This Luffy leader is available from K Design, dog. Where's my dog at? Uh-oh, I gotta view them all. Yeah, there we are. Oh yeah, 25% off your entire order with 3-piece TCG. So anyways, yeah, throw the whole thing in the bag and have a great time, gang. I am exhausted. I just got off at 6 o'clock this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and chill, might work out, and then I will be seeing you guys in the next one. I'm gonna have some more. Of course, I'm gonna give you guys is 3 to 4 hours of One Piece content a week. Got to feed the machine. It's so much fun, right? We're still having so much fun. But I will be getting into this again. I will be throwing this one out there again. I think I like this one here. I don't know. Is that Fool's Gold? You know, I know that this card kind of never came into play. As of right now, we've got 4 2Ks, 5 2Ks. So yeah, that's a crazy list. That's a crazy list, but it's just my style. It's just my style. Maybe one less there. Thing is if you want to see it on, curve, you know what you got to do. You got to run 4, right? I don't know if I'm not running this card as often. So there, I got that. 4, 8. Maybe if I got by with 10, you know, a less brick. Let's see if this one would work. Oh, Santa Loof. But yeah, I think this might be my list moving forward after playing this as much as I have. Santa Loof 2, I guess. We'll just save it like that. But yeah, gang. Love you guys. Love yourself, respect others. I got some more Riftbound stuff coming, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. But anyways, love you guys. Proxy. You don't got to pay for cards. Proxy the cards. Have fun. I will see you guys in the next one. It's been Marauder Music with 3-piece TCG. Pirates TCG. Live in your purpose on purpose. Peace. And Merry Christmas.
Stuck up in it, stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change.